Yeah, welcome to another episode of Dark Skies Podcast, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. And we're talking Endgame, Avengers. The embargo's lifted. Spoilers. We're talking Marvel Cinematic Universe, what comes next after Endgame. I hope you've seen it, because today we're talking about the movie, what comes next, Spider-Man-far-from-home. It's pretty incredible, man. This movie was incredible. Marvel's going in a great direction, and we got a lot to talk about. So make yourselves comfortable. Make yourselves at home. You have found Dark Skies Podcast, news and information. We'll be back with you in a few seconds. Oh, man. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers of the world. On this Mother's Day weekend and on this Mother's Day morning. Today we're talking Avengers. Endgame. And the Marvel Cinematic Universe, man. It's kind of crazy, man. We're going to talk about what direction we're headed. So I want to say what's up to all my friends on the East Coast. New York City. What's going on, Virginia? All my friends in the tri-state area. All the way down to Florida, Georgia, Texas, Louisiana. All the way up to Chicago, Canada. Oh, man, what a beautiful day. I know all the mothers of the world is enjoying their special day as they kick back, put their feet up, and get pampered. So thanks for all of y'all joining us today. We got the whole team here. I'm your host, LC Grays. We got Mikey Nikes in the building. We got Jen, Jennifer, Becky, Charles. You know, all the usual suspects. All my friends across the pond joining in. You know, because, you know, whenever we talk Avengers, you know, eyebrows lift. You know, people turn their head. Like, Avengers? What do you say? Like, did you see that movie? Like, is it safe to talk? Man, this movie is really, really racking it in. So, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but if you've been living under a rock and you haven't, you probably want to check out, because we're talking the movie. You know, we're talking about what comes next, but actually things that happen in the movie that kind of blew us away. You know, it's a lot of parts in this movie, a very long movie. You know, so plenty of instances to make you say, wow, you know, I can't believe they did that. Or I can't believe they went in that direction. Or I can't believe that, you know, this is it. The culmination. But no, all the different characters was involved. I mean, it picked up right after Infinity War left off, and we was hoping it would. And it also gave us the apocalyptic view of the world, you know, after the snap. It's just crazy. I mean, you got a little bit of everything from this movie. And, you know, anybody that was going in expecting something, you probably got it in this movie. I mean, if you was expecting, you know, the heroes, you know, to, you know, formulate a plan, you know, to go after Thanos, I mean, it happened. You know, did you want Thanos to get his just desserts, right? You know, for decimating half of the life in the universe. You know, you wanted him to pay for that, well, he got that. You know, it's just, it's a movie full of payoffs, if you ask me. The movie, you know, pays off a a lot of things that, you was, just wondering. Like, one of the theories was that, Hawkeye loses his family. And, you know, a lot of people was like, oh, no, they wouldn't do that because, that's too heart wrenching, too sad. That's not something you would want to see, in a movie, right? Mm. Well, the first thing that happens in the movie, Hawkeye's family dust away. It's crazy, man, because it's like no matter what you think, you know about this movie, it it gives you more. And we could focus in on each character's journey, right? If you want to talk about Captain America and his journey. From being that little skinny kid to all the way through Civil War, Age of Ultron, and just all of these different episodes. And it's crazy, to see Steve Rogers, go from Steve Rogers to Captain America, back to Steve Rogers again, and then back to Captain America at the end. So, yeah, man, it's crazy, especially if you remember how skinny he was, right? When he first started and not, knowing if he's worthy enough to even join the military, so he can go die for his country. Am I worthy to die? Because they looked at him and like, this kid need a sandwich. And all the way to Endgame, where, he was able to lift Mjolnir and shit, he used it too. He used it like, like another version of Thor. He was swinging it and, combining the weapons, the hammer and the shield. Wow, that's cool. I mean, even Thanos was surprised. But this movie had so many surprises. It had so many like jaw dropping moments. I mean, some stood out more than others. I mean, you got David Banner and his interaction with the Ancient One. God, wasn't that cool? Nebula interaction with Gamora. Like seeing Gamora again. And like, we didn't think we'd ever see Gamora again, but they go back in time. And then there's the evil Nebula and the good Nebula. Well, a good Nebula. Yeah, this movie just had some of everything. Thor, watching him go out of shape, playing Fortnite and hanging out in New Asgard on Earth. Him, Korg, and me. So, yeah, Valky was there. And all those people, we were speculating, did Valkyrie survive? What happened to the Asgardians? Did they make it to Earth? Well, all the questions that we had, pretty much was answered. Where's Captain Marvel? Would she be there to help? Well, yeah, she was there. I mean, everybody got their moment, y'all. Rocket going to Asgard to get the ether. I don't know. This movie has so many parts that it's hard to, to find one that's your favorite part. Hawkeye becomes Ronin, going a killing spree. Because a lot of people didn't understand why Hawkeye was killing people. But, my understanding of Hawkeye's character was that his family was taken. And he felt like there should be no evil people on earth if his family was taken. Like, how could his family be taken to make room for such horrible people? Then he took it upon himself to remove the horrible people. Like, I refuse to let you live in this world, and my kids had to die for you to live. So, man, it was just so, like, deep, his character. And you could see that he was just feeling so much pain. And then at the same time, Ant-Man, being in the quantum realm and then coming out and then, with the answer. So It's just so much. And then seeing Thanos die at the beginning of the movie was just, it just blew me away. It's like, okay, then what is this movie going to be about? I mean, because the villain died so early in the movie. It's like, this movie is a 3 hour movie about what? And it was really sad too, because, you know, that's when they realized that Thanos had destroyed the stones, which I didn't think. Well, I knew it was possible because we saw, Vision Stone destroyed, but I don't know. It just seemed weird that all the stones were destroyed and that, reality, time, space, and all of that stuff continued. Didn't go haywire. But that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about too. Um, I believe that, the stones being destroyed by Thanos on the original timeline, and then they going back in time and bringing the stones to regular time, right? And then they reverse the step, bringing everybody back. Now they brought everybody back 5 years in the future, and then that's like so much open time and so many different theories and ideas you can play with, with that 5 year gap between the snap half of the universe and the half universe that had to mourn them being gone. And now, you got people back that haven't aged, a second. And then you got the people who were still here aged 5 years. So, you got, major differences going on there. So it's not just, the Avengers that is going through this, but every family, every life in the universe is experiencing the same thing. But not just that, I believe that the direction that the MCU is going, I believe that with the stones being destroyed by Thanos at the beginning, and then the stones being brought back by Captain America and placed back on the original timelines, well, then on the timeline that we're all on, or the one that got fixed with the reversal of the snap, don't have no Infinity Stones. So what does that mean? So the trailer for Spider-Man-Far-from-Home came out. Tom Holland warns about spoilers. Don't watch my trailer. Makes you want to watch the trailer. For spoilers, you know. So anyway, we heard something, from Nick Fury when he was saying basically, there's multiple, universes and dimensions, and they finna start, really getting into that. Well, the way that I think that happens is the loss of or the destruction of the Infinity Stones may cause a rip in our universe. It did allow things to pour in, right? So you'll get, interest in new characters or maybe different versions of characters that already exist. New villains, to interact with. So is this, the direction that the MCU is going? Is this the reason that, the Infinity Stones was destroyed, so they could never be used again in future movies? Because so now all hell's gonna break loose. With no time stone, how's time going to be controlled? With no reality stone, what controls reality now? You see where I'm going? So, you got a whole lot of different things that you can play with. So going into the future, it's going to be a lot more cosmic in the MCU. You got, new movies coming out. They probably working on Doctor Strange. Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be back together, along with Thor. The much fatter Thor. So it's crazy. I mean, we're seeing, you know, so much. And with this movie, you got to watch it over and over and over again because it's just so much you see. I mean, you get so many payoffs. And if you just watch it, you just be like, wow, this is so wild. This is crazy. Seeing Professor Hulk and, his confidence. I can live on Earth now, because, he's smart Hulk. And, the saddest part of the movie, of course, is when Black Widow, sacrificed herself. She prevented Hawkeye from doing it. He was going to sacrifice himself so she could live. It's cold, man, the way they did it. But, it's very heartwarming and just sad. When I didn't want to see either of them go. Because they like the mortals of the team. It's like, why kill the mortals? But then when I seen them arrive on Vormir and I saw it was just them two, I was like, yeah, we're finna lose one of them. And it's sad because you're watching them, make their way up there and they don't know. Then Red Skull appears again. Same fashion as he did to Thanos and Gamora. With the bad news. Like, I got good news, You're in the right place. But I got some bad news. You must lose that which you love most. Sad, man. But so, the theme of sacrifices in this movie as well as in Infinity War. So we're going to really see, a lot of, this probably in upcoming movies. But this movie, seeing Iron Man, get the stones from Thanos. Because Thanos was about to snap his finger and kill everybody, not just half. The younger version of Thanos was more meaner and, wasn't going to give nobody a chance. He said, you know what? Like, nobody get a chance. I'm not going to save the universe. I'll destroy it and remake it in the way I want it to be. Like, he was just making plans, up as he go. That's why, he didn't need the gauntlet. And when he got older, he was wiser. But still crazy. I don't know, man. But it looks like the MCU is going in the direction of space and cosmic journeys in multiple universes. So if you think I'm right, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks for joining us. You've been listening to Dark Skies Podcast, news and information, talking about Marvel and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man-far-from-home. Man, we're having fun. I hope you are too. So leave a comment in the comment box. Let me know what you think. What direction is the MCU going after Endgame? Thanks for joining us. And happy Mother's Day to all you mothers.